This really is a pandemic now of the unvaccinated.
You can get that vaccine, you can be back 6 weeks later to get your second dose, and you can be fully protected, both you and the people that you love the most. You won't be helping in the spread of this virus. You will have in fact helped all of us. We'll have more to say quite soon about getting Victorians who've been stranded in New South Wales home. We think home quarantine may be, and using some
Technology may be an important part of that. We'll have more to say about that.
That's why the rules matter. So it's no visitors to your home. So you shouldn't be letting anyone in your home, and you shouldn't be going to anybody else's home. That's just the way it is. I'm certain that there will be a whole range of events that will be open for vaccinated people only. So we're going to move from a situation where, to protect the health system, we've got everybody locked down. We're going to move to a situation where, to protect the health system, we're going to lock out people who are not vaccinated and can be. If you're making the choice not to get vaccinated, then you're making the wrong choice. You're making the wrong choice. And for safety's sake, and back to that point about how much work our nurses have to do as this becomes absolutely a pandemic of the unvaccinated and we open everything up, it's not going to be safe for people who are not vaccinated to be roaming around the place spreading the virus. That's what they'll be doing. But yes, there's going to be a vaccinated economy, and you get to participate in that if you are vaccinated. And we are not going to have a situation, or at least not in Victoria, where we lock the whole place down to protect people who won't protect themselves. There'll be many, many events. Once we get past 80%,
That will be open to the vaccinated only.
we will open up, and it will tear through the people who are not vaccinated. Fully vaccinated people, there'll be more and more things that we can do. That'll move inside. The economy, as best it can, will operate as close to normal as possible for people that have had 2 doses. So everything from restaurants, cafe, retail, sporting events, theatre, the list goes on and on. Where you'll check in and there's a compatibility. It's essentially the same process that your QR in, and that also tells the vendor, the publican, the restaurateur, whoever it might be, the owner of the business, tells them whether you are vaccinated or not. They don't store that information, but you either get a tick or a cross. And on that basis, you're either allowed in or you're not. You're going to get caught because there are patrols everywhere. There are literally patrols everywhere. And you'll be pulled over and you'll be asked, righto, curfew on, it's midnight, why are you out? And if you haven't got a lawful reason, then you get a fine, and the fine is particularly significant. That's what the curfew achieves. I have no advice that it's making it more dangerous. I think quite the opposite.
Like, no visits means no visits. Stay at home. Stay at home. That's what the rules say.
Again, there's 2 really important points. The more people get vaccinated, the quicker we'll get to the 70% mark. That's obviously a good thing. Secondly, the harder we all work to follow these rules and limit the cases, the more options we'll have. So those 2 things work together very, very closely. That's why it's so upsetting for those who are following the rules, millions of Victorians, to see such shameful examples of people who aren't. That's what makes people angry. I am proud to lead such a resilient state, to lead a state filled with people who are doing the right thing and know that we're in this together, and the acts of kindness, the support for each other, it's inspiring. It's also infuriating though when we see some people just doing the wrong thing, assuming that they can, some sense of entitlement or privilege. You're going to lock out people who are not vaccinated and can be.